Everyone, I'm here with Ricki Luciani, and she's going to show us this fabulous chicken recipe. So what do you have for us today, Ricki?
Well, what I have today is a stuffed chicken breast that my children absolutely love, and I absolutely love it because I cannot get away from pesto, goat cheese, and sun-dried tomatoes. Those are absolutely like to die for flavors that I go to every single day, and this is some way that I found to combine them all. So I have a chicken breast with a little bit of protein and with all the goodies that I like to include in my everyday diet.
Okay, show us what you got.
All right, so I will take a piece of chicken breast and pound it. Let me get a bigger one. Pound it pretty thin, and you can usually get this in your butcher where they'll pound it for you. And then I will take a little bit of pesto, which I buy prepared pesto. You can certainly make your own pesto, which I do it sometimes as well. But take a little bit of pesto and spread it upon the chicken breast, and then add goat cheese, which are just flavors that I just feel like I am addicted to. And spread it upon there, and then you add the sun-dried tomatoes, and you just put those sporadically. And you can use the regular sun-dried tomatoes that are dried in the package, but I tend to go towards the ones in the jar because they have a little bit of oil in them, and this recipe has no oil or fat included in it. And then I will take spinach, fresh spinach, and then just put as much as you think that you would like. It wilts within, while it's cooking, so it reduces to a very small amount. And then I take a fresh mozzarella cheese, or you could also use, packaged mozzarella, whatever you want. But this is kind of, I use it for my sticky glue, and I kind of put just a few pieces on top of here. And then asparagus, because that's also going to be a side dish, just asparagus. And I take 3 pieces of asparagus per chicken breast, so it will just be 3 pieces, and we'll also have that later on as our side dish. I've soaked like the 6-inch skewers in water, and then I begin to roll my chicken breast, pinch it together, and then I take the soaked skewers and then pinch it together. Usually takes like 2. If you feel like you need 1 or more, then you can use more. And then it's 2 per chicken breast. And then you can go on, and I'm making 6 tonight, so I have ingredients to, for six individual servings. Ready to go into the oven. We'll just spray which I should have done earlier, was to spray the bottom of the pan with this olive oil cooking spray. And then we will just douse it with a little bit of chicken broth for moisture, and then take a little bit of kosher salt and just sprinkle along the top. A little bit more, a little bit of cracked pepper. And as these dogs are looking on as if they're very hungry, we'll give them a taste later, and then we'll put it in the oven on 400 or about 405 for about 40 minutes. And here it goes into the oven, and it'll be ready in about 40 minutes on. And then as a side, we're going to have a side dish of no-carb pasta, which I have spaghetti squash, which you cut it in half, and you can even get your produce manager to cut it in half for you. But cut it in half, you place a little bit of water, just a tiny bit of water here, place cellophane on top, and then you pop it in your microwave for about 10 to 12 minutes. The spaghetti squash out of the microwave, which is always a little bit hot, so be careful. It's wrapped in cellophane, which is very, very hot. And you take the cellophane off, and remember, be careful, it's hot. Spread it apart. You're going to scoop out the seeds and roast them later if you like the seeds. Squash seeds are always very good with a little bit of salt on them. And see how you have the stringy spaghetti there? Okay, we'll leave that there. Set it aside. And then you take the spaghetti squash. Remember, it's very, very hot. And you're going to pick it up and scrape. So sorry guys, it's so hot. Scrape, 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 and get it out of there. We We've elected to have pesto since it's going to coincide with and marry with our stuffed chicken breast. So we're gonna make like a pesto angel hair, but it's going to be spaghetti squash instead. And just mix it up as if you would do your spaghetti. Chicken breast from the oven. You can place it, you can put the oven on broil at the last minute if you want to just get a little bit more brown. We have our spaghetti squash here tossed with pesto, a little pesto on the side, and our steamed asparagus, which also we find in our chicken breast with a little bit of Parmesan cheese tossed on top. You can add more if you like. And if you're like me, because I am from Texas and we like everything a little bit spicy, a little bit of crushed red pepper on the top just to give it a little bit of an extra kick. Hope you enjoy, and I'm going to serve this to my friends, and I hope they're going to enjoy it as well.
For the recipe and more details, visit www.rickiluciani.com.